Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brandy Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brandy Yvonne. Here at my channel, we do fun reviews, recaps, and discussions, y'all, of all of our favorite shows. We gotta talk about Love and Marriage DC real quick. Okay, this episode had me a little bit irritated because I'm ready to move on. But we're gonna talk about it real quick before we get into these Super Bowl parties, okay? Let me know if I got like Doritos chip residue on my mouth, y'all, because I was eating on my Doritos because I'm ready to get this Super Bowl party started. I'm ready to enjoy my Usher concert. Usher puts on a fabulous show. If y'all have not saw him yet, please go see him live. He puts on a good show. So I'm ready to, get this little Super Bowl party of one popping. So let me go and do this review real quick so we can get the work out the way and have us some fun. Before we get into it though, please hit that thumbs up button, y'all. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought of this episode and if I got chips in my mouth. And also, share this video where you like to share your content and turn on your bell notifications, y'all. Because I know sometimes I don't be seeing when some of my favorite YouTubers post, and I don't know if y'all seeing when I post. So, be on the lookout. Turn on that bell notification. Anyway, I'm gonna just really need y'all to help me out in the comments of this episode, especially when we get to that end scene. Anyway, basically the episode picks up where they left off when the men are all at the wrestling thing, and Clifton, or as Ashley and Alicia would say, Clifton, are explaining. Explaining the whole thing with Carmen. And he said, with Carmen, it's no thing. Joi and Carmen are friends. He said, matter of fact, Joi, Clifton, and Carmen and Donovan. Now, if y'all watched Ready to Love, I don't know if it was season 6, 5, I don't know, Potomac season. Anyway, it was that dang Potomac season. Donovan is the one that Carmen ended up at the end. Because remember, Donovan wanted Sabrina. It was a whole mess. Anyway, so they were still a couple after the show, and Clifton was saying they were all supposed to take a couple's trip, but Donovan broke up with Carmen right before the trip because theirs was a plan. Let's make it to the end plan. That's what Carmen and Donovan was doing. But Donovan is cute. I was like, where is Donovan? I want to see Donovan on the show. I told y'all. Anyway, Donovan broke up with Carmen. Clifton and Joi was like, girl, we ain't gonna leave you at home by yourself or come on the trip. I would have left Carmen at home by herself. And let me tell you why. I'm coming from the Joi perspective because that's a single woman and it's me and my man, my man, my man. What is she about to do on this trip? Like, I would tell her, like, girl, you could go. Like, girl, you still going? You gonna do your own thing? But it wouldn't have been, girl, you gonna hang out with it. Like, I would have like, girl, we'll meet you there. But it wouldn't have been a group effort. It's no longer a group effort if your man ain't there. I'm sorry. Maybe that's mean. Maybe it could work. I don't know. It depends on where I was at with it too. I'm gonna say that. But I don't need all the single ladies hanging out with me and my man. So I don't know. Let me know what y'all would have done in the comments. Anywho, so they were like, yeah, we didn't know we could have been doing all that. All right. So then somehow I think Jamie brings up how Joi and Ashley got into it the last time everybody came together. I'm assuming he's talking about the Christmas Eve party that we are tired of hearing about from 2 years ago. Anyway, DJ Quik then begins to explain what happened and how Ashley, told Joy's business about her and Clifton being married. And Black was like, oh, you married already? Well, congratulations. So then Quik explains that Ashley apologized. And Clifton is like, okay, but did you see the apology? Sorry, y'all, I should really put my phone on silent, shouldn't I? Anywho, then what's his name? DJ Quik is like, well, my thing is if she didn't want her to know, then she shouldn't have told her in the first place. And if that is not the biggest victim blaming thing I've ever heard, now granted, I kind of agree. If it's a secret, girl, just keep it a secret because you don't know who you can trust. But at the same time, Ashley, if she's trying to build a friendship with you and she was like, okay, I'm gonna step out and trust you with something, then the least thing you could have done is keep it to yourself and not told your friend. So Black was trying to be in the mix and give some words of understanding. DJ Quik felt like Ashley gave her a thoughtful apology, and Clifton's thing is in the confessional like, Like, come on, man. Like, you're what your wife did. You're not taking accountability. And then Black, of course, is gonna go along with it because Black and Joi got their issues, which I would like to dive deep into more of Black and Joi's thing from that group they was in, the Mamba Sauce or whatever it was called. Anyway, and I think the DC people had let me know in the comments last time about what Mamba Sauce had going on. So I ain't about to be shading y'all, okay? Um, anywho, then Cliff, Quik is trying to explain, like, oh yeah, Ashley, she, did this nice apology. He couldn't remember word from word. Clifton was like, okay, but did you see the apology? And so he was like, no, but I know I saw parts of it, whatever. Black was like, well, did you see it, Clifton? He's like, no, I didn't see it. I don't need to see it. And Black was like, well, maybe we need to have all the facts of the case. Black did say in his confessional, like, he would support his wife as well. However, when they would got home, he would have a conversation with her and make his own decision. And, if his wife was wrong, he would have a conversation with her. And I appreciate Black saying that. Ashley don't take accountability, and Quik is never going to make her take accountability because he doesn't take accountability either. And that's what it is. Anyway, moving on. Then we get to, I believe, the Tylers. So we got Jamie and Erana and Mama T. My Mama T got a bearded dragon. So they're going down to the fish store because Mama T need to get the bearded dragon some kind of worms or something for his diet, for his food. So the guy was like, dang, how old, how big is he? Yeah, she's like 7 months. He was like, are you sure? She was like, yeah, she had him when he was real little. And so Mama T, that is her pet. Did she have a sweater on that bearded dragon? I love Mama T though. So she said she been feeding him crickets, and he's like, oh yeah, he's boy, no wonder he big. And he gave her some worms she could feed him. So then they went back to the back and looked at the turtles. There was a little turtle eating his veggies. And Jamie said he looked like DJ Quik. That would remind me of DJ Quik. He said, yeah, he's in there talking. He was getting ate up by the big one. That was kind of funny. Anyway, so then Jamie brought up the fact that where the turtles were looked like where they went for the wrestling match, and they talked about the whole stuff with Joi and Ashley and Carmen and Clifton and all that, or Clifton. And so then Erana's like, yeah, I saw on social media where Carmen was taking all these pictures with Clifton, and people was commenting like, where's Joi? Y'all look like a nice couple. I remember them pictures she talking about too, because I was thinking the same thing when I saw them pictures on social media, because I follow all them, right? So anywho, she said, I just didn't like that. Like, Carmen shouldn't have been doing that. And so she's trying to get Jamie to get like riled up with her. And I don't like when people do this to me. Like, don't try to make me get on the same emotional height as you. I don't like when people take me on an emotional roller coaster that way. Like, I don't need to be as mad at something as you are. I don't need to react in the way that you react. Like, I get it with certain things, but nah, like, chill out, girl. So she wanted Jamie to be like, yeah, that's great. She wanted him to have some kind of reaction, and he wasn't giving it. And then he was like, okay, so I already talked to him about it. He said, he posted it too, or something, like he already talked to Clifton about it. It's fine. And so then she was like, no, but do you think it's good or bad? Like, what you think? And then he was like, I'm not in it. I'm not in it. Like, you're not going to put me in it. I wouldn't take pictures of girls at the bar. She's like, I'm not saying you in it. I'm not saying that. She's like, just a yes or no. So he would never say yes or no. And he was like, it reminded me of the same thing you was doing. This was the same thing you was doing. And so then she's like, what? Like, what? So they getting heated in front of Mama T. Mama T is like, who gonna pay for these worms? So Jamie paid for the worms, and he told Mama T to go on to the car, because he said in his confessional he didn't want to get heated and loud. He told Erana in the store, you're not about to get me upset. You're not about to take me there in this store. I get mad. I start yelling and cursing. You're not about to do that to me. And he said he didn't want to get into Erana like that in front of her mama. I said, I respect that, Jamie. So then they dismissed Mama T to the car. Yeah, just go to the car, Mama T, and let them figure it out. Because, child, this argument was so unnecessary. But I love when Jamie and Erana, not to say when they get into it, but when they have their discussions, because they're just so real. I love their whole family. So anyway, they were talking, and so Jamie was like, well, how do you think I felt 5 years ago when that guy was doing that? So he said that Erana was being a hypocrite for even getting mad about this, because she was in the same situation with some guy, I guess, posting her and posting sexy photos of her. And he says the same thing that Carmen and Clifton are doing. And so he was like, "How you gonna get mad at them? But you being a hypocrite." He called her a hypocrite all in the confessional and to her face. I was like, "Dang, Jamie, all right." And so then Erana got mad. She walked away. She got tired of it because she wasn't trying to get him. She wasn't trying to make it like it was a thing he was doing. And then they both got into the past stuff of like, okay, well, I went through it with you too. Well, I went through it with you too. And I was like, oh Lord, like y'all don't even need to be mad about it right now. It's not y'all situation. Anyway, um, so then I believe we see I think we see the Silvas. They are out having like a family fun night with their kids and they're doing like the rock climbing thing. And Quik said, he's doing better with his health and he wants to spend more time with his family and it's so important to him. So then he says he's going to the Wizards game and they're gonna have a skybox and all that. I think he's gonna do some DJing there. So he invited everybody. He said the Tylers, and so she's like, "Yeah, that's fine. You inviting everybody." He's all, "I'm gonna invite, Clifton and Joi and everybody." So then she's like, "Invite whoever you want to invite." You can tell she didn't want them to come, but okay, girl. So anyway, then they moved to the subject of going over to Tyler's house, and Ashley says she does want to meet up with little Jamie just to let him know that she really is there for him, and she could tell that how he was really hurt, and because he expects his family to get on him, but he wouldn't expect the Silvas to. And she's like, "That's why I wanted you to stop talking." And they both are like, "Yeah, he really needs us. He's really hurt. We could tell everything he's been through." And I just don't like. I don't know. It's something about them Silvas. Like they don't take accountability. They act like they're know-it-alls. They act like they just are the moral compass of the show. Like, is it just me? Let me know if y'all agree in the comments. And then later on in the show, when they got the skybox, I mean, don't get me wrong, y'all do it big with the skybox. I'm not mad at it. I want to, be invited to the party. And they were like, we do everything big, with the Silvers, we do. I feel like at this point in this show, it feels like a pissing contest to be top dog, the top dog couple of the show. Now that Monique and Chris Samuels left the show, I feel like now it's sort of a pissing contest between the Tylers and the Silvas of who's the top couple of the show. And I feel like the Silvas are trying to like dominate, like, oh, we are the ones. I feel like the Tylers are like effortlessly just being on the show personally, but not to pin one against the other. And it's not about that. I don't know. It's just something about the Silvas. They're like the way they communicate, like they're just so something kind of just irritates me a little bit. Like I like them. I like everybody on the show, but the lack of accountability and like, oh, we gotta solve all little Jamie's problems. Like, no, you shouldn't have said what you said, DJ Quik. Anyway, okay, so then we get to, I believe it was Joi and Erana meet up to do like a photo shoot, and Erana brings up the whole thing with the pictures of Clifton and Carmen. And Erana said in her confessional, like, it's no shade, no, nothing like that. She's hung out with Carmen. Carmen invites him to parties. Like, she likes Carmen as a friend as well. Like, it's no issue like that. She just feels like boundaries should be set. And Carmen should think like a woman and, make sure she's being appropriate in that way. I agree with Erana. Like, sometimes you do need to think like a woman. I like that statement. Like, if that was you, you wouldn't want your friend doing that to you, so you shouldn't do that. I'm sure it's innocent between Carmen and Joi and then Clifton. There is no throuple or open marriage and all that. I'm sure they are all three friends, as we've seen even from Ready to Love. However, even if I was the Carmen in that situation, I would not post myself in a bikini with somebody else's man standing right there. Like I just wouldn't do that. That just doesn't look good. It could be no malice intent in it, but it just doesn't look good at all, right? So that's what Irana's position basically is. And so Joi is like, how long we've been hearing this girl, and they showed all these pictures of Joi, Clifton, and Erana together. They do hang out, like I said. And so she said, "Girl, we've been hearing this forever." Joi said she's tired of hearing this. People have been saying this since Ready to Love, and she's ready to dead it. She doesn't even want Erana to feed it into it. She was like, "No, it's nothing like that." Um, you know, Basically, she trusts her man. She trusts Carmen. Carmen is such a nice person, and Carmen tells the truth. And Carmen is all the above. And I was like, okay, girl, if Carmen's your friend, Carmen is your friend. Okay, but we saw Carmen was moving on ready to love. I'm just saying. Anyway, moving on, then we get Ashley. And I might go out of order, y'all, but just follow me. Anyway, Ashley went down. I guess she went to the sleep clinic or something. I don't even know where she went. But she went to go talk to somebody about the fact that, Ashley did share with us last season that she was having some trouble sleeping. She said she would just love to close her eyes, get 4, 5, 6 hours of sleep, but she's just laying there awake. Oh, I hate that feeling. So I do feel sorry for Ashley in that regard, because that sucks when you can't go to sleep. Like, I hate the feeling when I'm just laying there and I can't go to sleep and I really want to get my sleep and sleep is just not coming my way. Oh, I just hate it. I just hate it. Anywho, so she goes to talk to the doctor, I'm assuming, and the doctor is asking her, is she on any anxiety or depression pills? So Ashley did say what she took. I don't remember the name of it. And so the doctor was asking her, different questions, and Ashley was explaining her symptoms. She gets brain fog sometimes. She's having a hard time sleeping. She said she got tested for lupus and other things like that. And so the doctor said right off the back, it sounds like perimenopause, and it can last up to 10 years sometimes. And the doctor started talking about like estrogen levels, and some people have higher levels of estrogen than other people do. And so Ashley's like, oh, does that mean, because I'm the woman of all women, and that's probably mean my estrogen's real high, does that mean I'm a B word? And so the doctor's like, you said it, not me, girl. And so the doctor was explaining something about prednisone, or not prednisone, was it is it Preston? I forgot the other word. Y'all know what it was. Estrogen, and maybe it was prednisone levels. Anyway, I probably got the P word wrong, but y'all know the other hormones people have. Prestogen, is it? No. Anyway, estrogen and whatever levels not being where they need to be. And that can also be what Ashley has going on. So they're going to do like lab tests and figure it out. And the doctor said next time you come, we're going to see what all you got going on, girl, and get you figured out, which is good. Ashley's getting this taken care of. Okay. Then we have the Tylers are bringing in, remember Terry, the intuitive from last season. She's coming, or season 2, whatever season we on. Or the first half of the season. So Terry's coming to talk to the Tylers. We see Mama T feeding that dang bearded dragon them crickets and worms. And she said, Mama, we need we need Terry, the intuitive, to come through real quick, girl, because, we falling apart. Erana and Jamie did share in their confessional that when they went through the issues they went through in their marriage, I'm assuming it was like infidelity and stuff found on each other's DMs and all that they didn't discuss. They just kind of swept under the rug, and they just kept moving forward with their family, kids, and businesses. And so they haven't really addressed their issues and talked it out. So, and she said, they said marriage is a lot of hard work, right? So Terry came through and Irene explained what happened. So Terry stopped her immediately and said, you can't, just because you upset with something doesn't mean that you could get him to feel the same way you're feeling about it. He doesn't have to feel the way you're feeling about it. And so then Irena was bringing up the way that Jamie was saying, about the stuff in the past from her friend posting sexy pictures of her saying sis and sis. And he's like, what the F is that? And he said he had to have him a shot for this session too. So Terry said, you can't bring up the issue every time something comes up. And she said, do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? And so he said happy. She's like, okay, then stop this right now. Like, basically, don't bring up past traumas and hurts you guys have every time something happened, even though you're trying to prove a point to be right. And so she said, you guys basically got to move on from that, let it go. Irena doesn't want it thrown in her face every time. They discuss things like this. And so basically, she gets them to kind of talk it out and move on from it all, really. But they probably need to really go to some marriage counseling and talk out all their past issues with infidelity and things like that. They probably really could benefit from that. Terry's helping them, but they need to do some deep dive marriage counseling for real. Okay, so then I believe we get the last scene, which is at the Wizards game, right? And so we see Joi and Clifton come into the Wizards game, and Clifton is like, are you having any hesitations about it? And Joy's like, no. She said she did try to reach out to Ashley before this, but Ashley didn't respond. And she said, I understand that. And Clifton was like, yeah, same way you didn't respond, the same thing. So yeah. And so she said, she gonna just, be good with that. She said, can't nobody kick her out of there. So I was like, well, Ashley about to try, girl. We see Alicia come. Have we seen Alicia since she got in that car accident? I think she was at a Christmas party though. So she good. Thank God she good after that. Remember, she got in that car accident last season, y'all. So she good. So she came in and they were like, oh yeah, she's available. They trying to get her a basketball player or something. And so then Quik was saying nobody responded to the group text he sent out when he invited everyone, all the fellas, to the game. And so then she was like, yeah, I heard that Clifton tried to say that Ashley was jealous of Joi and all this stuff. I was like, girl, stop. So then we see Jamie and Erana coming. Irana's like, oh, are you happy to be going to come into the game with me? Or me going to the game with you? He's like, usually I have a little Jamie or Jason, but you a beautiful substitute. I was like, oh, look at you. So they all come. So then Joi and Clifton come in last. Of course, production set it up this way. And so they're like, hey, everybody. And it was just awkward because really only the Tyler said hello. And then Joi made it a point. She's like, hello, Ashley. Hello, DJ Quik. Hello, Alicia. She like, you ain't gonna not hear me say hello this time. So then, DJ Quik does shots. He's like, everybody good. We love. Like, sit down, sir. So anyway, they sit down. Ashley just looking awkward. She's like, where my drink? Now, she said about 3, 4, 5 times in this scene at this Wizards game, where my drink? Where my drink? I need some more vodka. Where my drink? I was like, dang, girl, you need to relax. Like, go get up and go to the bar. It's right there. So anyway, so then Jamie is like, I don't like sitting in a room with a bunch of tension and pressure. Like, I ain't gonna do it. So he's off gonna break up the scene. These girls is finna talk. So he's like, I just want to address the elephant in the room. Are y'all good? Everybody getting along? Everybody good in here? And so Ashley was like, no, we not good, because she turned around and looked up at Clifton and Joi. Okay, and was like, yeah, we not good because you think that I'm jealous of her for whatever reason. You think that I'm jealous of her. And so then they was about to get into it, and Raina's like, no. Let's not do this here. Let's talk about this another time. And so no, Ashley's like, no, we're gonna talk right now because I didn't try to talk to her and she didn't want to talk. So then Joi was like, Ashley, would you like to step outside and talk right now? So then they went outside and talk right now, right? And so basically they just rehashed everything that happened. They didn't get nowhere. They was talking in circles, y'all. Joi was like, yeah, you gave an apology, but you didn't really come with it. Like, she kind of wanted Ashley to keep apologizing, and then Ashley was like, I ain't doing all that, which I don't blame you, Ashley. And so Joi kind of tried to say, well, no, that's not what I'm saying, but I think that is what you're saying. Like, I don't know what level of apology Joi was looking for, and I don't know what level of apology Ashley gave. But I also know that Ashley can't expect Joi to immediately receive her apology in the time that Ashley wants her to do it, right? And so Joi said she came to the Christmas Eve party from 2 years ago with good intentions. She genuinely came in there with good intentions. And Ashley's like, no, you didn't, because you was over there when you was leaving saying F my house, da 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 da. She was like, girl, like, how did, like, you missing the steps before we got there? Like, what party were you at? And so then Joi was like, I was trying to, talk to you about everything that happened, but then you came left field with some stuff I didn't even know about. And she said, when Ashley was like, you need to thank us for getting you on the show and all that, that was the part, right? And so Ashley's like, yes, we did. We got you on the show. So they got into it. And then now DJ Quik come up there asking Ashley, hey, baby, you want to go to the flow now? You want to go to the flow seats now? And he just standing there lingering. I said, DJ Quik, if you don't get out of here. He wanted to check on his wife. That's what he came up there for, asking her if she wanted to go to the floor seats. You could have took Jamie to the floor seats. Okay. Now, I was like, DJ Quik, if you don't get out of here. Anyway, he's just standing there staring. I was like, why are you here? So then Joi was like, what do you want, Ashley? Like, how can we exist in a room together? Like, what do you want moving on? And she was like, I don't want anything with you. And then Joy's like, okay, well, we could agree on that. So they both agreed that they were not going to be cordial. They weren't going to speak to each other. They wouldn't go get along. They wouldn't go be in a room together. So that's pretty much where it ended. And then we see them back in the main box. And everyone's kind of standing around. But I guess DJ Quik went somewhere else. I know he had the DJ the after party, he said. And Clifton and Joi and Erana, it's the scene y'all see behind me, right? And they're all talking. And so Erana was like, oh, because Ashely, so Joy's like, okay, well, that's fine. So they walked back into the skybox. That's what happened. They walked back into the skybox, and Ashley was like, okay, so you can get your coat and you can go. And so then Joi was like, no, I don't have to go nowhere. Like, you can't kick me out of here. She's like, yes, I can, because this is my husband's skybox, so you can go. And then she's like, yo, your man told you to go down to the floor, because he did come in there interrupting. So then she was like, no, you can go. So in her confessional, Ashley was like, you can take you and your Clifton and your little freeloading selves. You can go somewhere else. I'm sure there's somewhere for you to go sing, maybe at a party, maybe at a bar mitzvah or something. You can go. Oh, I was like, Ashley, you are disgusting. She was giving very much Kenya more, though. Ashley was giving Kenya more tease in this scene. Okay. That was very much Kenya Moore. So then when who was it she kicked out that party? Was it Phaedra when she kicked Phaedra out that party? That's what he was giving. I mean, not Phaedra. No, Portia kicked her out of a party. It was one of them scenes. Y'all know I don't remember the episodes. Anyway. So then they all sitting around, and so Joi wasn't trying to leave. She wasn't trying to get kicked out again. And then Irana's like, girl, what happened? And so Ashley's like, I'm trying to ask this girl questions. She not talking. She not answering questions. And then she's like, yeah, Clifton, because you think I'm jealous of her. So you tell me, what am I jealous of? So then he like leaned in like, girl, what's the tea then? What's going on? Like, in my opinion, he didn't lean into her aggressively or step to her. To me, he leaned into her to kind of actually, the way I read the body language is that he leaned into her to kind of actually meet her at her level, like her energy. So that because he is a big guy, right? And so she was like, oh, you need to back up, you need to be in my face. And then production stepped in immediately. And then, in the previews for next week, she's calling him sassy, talking about he the sixth woman on the show. I personally don't think he meant any aggression or harm when he leaned closer to her, because he was like, yeah, you tell me, girl, like, what's going on? Like, he wasn't doing it like, yeah, Ashley, what's up? Like, and then that, we see next week she's telling Quik that he was standing all over her. Like, girl, that's not what he did. Like, to me, that's not what the body language gave. I mean, I might could kind of see how somebody would take that way, but take it that way, but I really don't. Like, that's not, I don't think what he was trying to do. But Clifton maybe should just watch that, since he is a big man. Like, don't even lean to nobody. Just stand up straight, okay? Or don't even get into it with her. Say, hey, or just say, hey, you know what? That's between you and Joi, and I'm out of it. Even though he is the one that brought up the jealousy comment. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. Do you think that Clifton was aggressively getting in Ashley's face? Because to me, it didn't look like he was trying to do that. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong, but to me, that's not what it gave at all. I feel like Ashley definitely blew it out of proportion. But Ashley, she's innocent all the time. So anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, y'all. I'm about to go watch this Usher concert. Y'all enjoy y'all Super Bowl, and I'll talk to y'all again soon. Bye.